Have you ever noticed that some of the kindest people you know are also the most exhausted? They are always there, always helping, always saying yes. But behind their smiles, there is silent fatigue. From childhood, we are taught that kindness is pure. We praise those who always give, always sacrifice, always stay patient. But rarely do we talk about the shadow behind kindness. Kindness has a dark side, not because kindness is bad, but because it becomes dangerous when it exists without boundaries. Often, it begins in childhood. A child learns that to be loved, they must please others. They suppress their own needs to make others comfortable. Over time, kindness becomes a survival strategy, not a choice. They grow up as the reliable one, the person who never complains, always helps, always shows up. But forced kindness becomes a mask, and a mask worn too long slowly suffocates the soul. People like this often experience compassion, fatigue, emotional exhaustion from giving too much. Studies show that those who constantly prioritize others over themselves are more likely to suffer from stress, anxiety, and even physical health issues. Kindness without boundaries becomes self-erasure. Like watering every plant except your own roots, eventually you collapse. Even more troubling, kindness can become a trap. When you are known as the kind one, people begin to expect it. They stop asking what you need because they assume you will always adjust. The kinder you are, the more invisible you become. And invisibility is not peace, it is loneliness wrapped in politeness. This does not mean kindness is bad. The world needs kindness. But there is a difference between kindness from abundance and kindness from fear. Kindness from love heals. Kindness from fear slowly destroys. Why do kind people struggle with boundaries? Because society teaches us that being good means never saying no, never being inconvenient, never putting ourselves first. Many of us were raised believing that love must be earned through sacrifice rather than given freely. But true kindness does not erase the self. True kindness includes the self. Neuroscience explains that our brains have mirror neurons, allowing us to feel empathy. But if we constantly absorb others' pain without limits, our nervous system becomes overwhelmed. We are not designed for endless giving. So the dark side of kindness is not kindness itself, it is how fear, conditioning, and unhealed wounds distort it. If you have ever felt exhausted, resentful, or invisible despite being called too kind, you are not broken. You are human in a world that does not teach balance. So how do we stay kind without destroying ourselves? The answer is simple but uncomfortable. Kindness must start with you. Like on an airplane, put on your oxygen mask first before helping others. If you collapse, you cannot help anyone. This is where boundaries come in. Boundaries are not selfish, they are honest. A boundary says, I care about you, but I also care about myself. People with healthy boundaries are actually more trusted because when they say yes, it is genuine, not forced. Some people may not like your new boundaries. They may pull away. That hurts, but it is necessary. Relationships that only exist because you never say no were never truly balanced. There's a concept called pathological altruism, helping so much that it becomes harmful to you or others. It looks noble, but it creates dependency and exhaustion. True kindness is not about never causing problems. True kindness is about being honest, compassionate, and whole. Here are 5 practices to shift from forced kindness to liberated kindness. Pause before saying yes. Ask yourself, do I have the energy for this? Learn to say no gently. I care about you, but I can't take this on right now. Remember, your worth is not measured by how much you give. Take care of yourself. Rest, hobbies, solitude, these are not selfish, they are necessary. Allow yourself to feel difficult emotions. Anger and sadness are signals, not flaws. For many, kindness has been a lifelong mask. Your journey is not to abandon kindness, but to remove the mask. The purest kindness begins with how you treat yourself when no one is watching. And ironically, when you are truly kind to yourself, your kindness toward others becomes stronger, not weaker. The dark side of kindness is not something to fear, but to transform. From compulsion into choice. From fear into love. From mask into authenticity. So the next time someone says, you are so kind, pause and ask yourself, Is this kindness coming from exhaustion or abundance? From fear or freedom? Because in the end, the real monster within kind people is not their anger. It is self-neglect. And when you face it, your kindness does not disappear, it shines brighter. That is the kindness that not only keeps others alive, but keeps you alive too.